Okay, so we're looking at triangles today. So there's a few facts that we need to always remember when we're doing triangle problems. And the first one is, so we've got it here, it says the sum of all three internal angles is 180. So what that means is when you add all the angles inside up, it equals 180. And I think we all know that. So then we have some types of triangles. So we have a equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means that all the sides are exactly the same length and also all the angles are exactly the same. So they've all got, everything's the same in an equilateral triangle. So they're saying that the angle is acute because 60 degrees is less than 90. So an acute angle is less than 90. But you don't need to worry too much, but you do need to know that equilateral, all the sides are the same and the angles are all 60. If you have an isosceles triangle, isosceles means two of the sides are exactly the same length. And that's why they're putting those lines in there. So these lines here, like that, are indicating that those two sides are the same length. So if you have two sides that are the same length, then the angles down the bottom, so you've got the two sides join at the top and the other two angles are going to be the same size. So depending what the top one is, but then the other two bottom ones are the same. So you can see they've done a few more examples. So this is like that, then these angles are the same. Okay, and even if we could have an isosceles right angle triangle, so if we've got a right angle triangle, how many degrees is a right angle? 90. So if that's 90, so if we have 180 minus 90, what are we left with? 90. And if we divide 90 by 2, 45. We get 45. So if you have a right angle isosceles triangle, then that x is always going to be 45 degrees. Okay, so just in that scenario when you have a right angle. So you might write that there, might save you a bit of time. Now the last one we've got, a scalene triangle. The sides are all different and that's all and they're all different, the angles will be all different and that's it. So there's not much we can do. So this one, they're all different. Okay, so what we're seeing down here when they talk about the exterior angle theorem, so what they're saying is really all you need to sort of notice is that is a straight line, and how many degrees in a straight line? 180. So if I said that this is 20 degrees in here, how much would x be? 160, yeah? Because I'm just taking 20 away. So that's pretty much what you'll need to just sort of work out. Don't stress about the what they're writing there about the exterior angle. Just make sure you can see a straight line always will add up to 180. Yeah, so if you know one of them, just do 180. So let's do a few questions here. So it says in the question, find the unknown angle. So we've got x in there. So we know the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So I might write that x is going to equal 180 and I'm going to minus those other two added together. So what's that going to equal?
140.
No, 40. Do you mean?
Oh, 85 plus 55.
Yeah. So that would be 85 plus 55. 140. So 180 minus 140 equals 40 degrees. So x equals 40 degrees. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you said 140. Find the value of the unknown angle. So down here, we've got it again. We've got this. So we know x is going to equal 180 minus the other two added together. So we've got 30, 100 plus, yep, so it's 160. So 180 minus 160, 20 degrees. So x equals 20 degrees. Now down here we've got being told that it's an isosceles. So I know that those two are the same, and I know that those two x's are the same. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, 180 minus that 40 degrees. So minus the 40 degrees would be 140. So these two angles down here, they're both the same, so I could call it x and x. They make up the 140. So because it's an isosceles, they're both the same. So I'll divide the 140 by 2, so it'll equal 70. So that x equals 70 degrees. All right, find the value of x in this isosceles triangle. So these two sides are the same. So this is like what we did before, yeah? So that's also x. So first of all, I'm going to go 180 minus the 30, which would leave me with 150 degrees. So these two x's make up 150. So if I divide it by 2, I'll get 75. So x is 75 degrees. Does that make sense? Yep. All right, so let's do this one now. They want me to use the exterior angle theorem to find the value of x. So let's go. Right, if we find out what this one is in here, so I might call this one in here, I'm going to call it y. How can I find out what y is? Wouldn't y equal 180 minus the 95 plus 50? Is that true? Yes, because it's inside the triangle. So it'd be 180 minus 145. So 180 equals, y equals 35 degrees. So I know that this is 35 degrees. And I can see that that's 180. So what's 180 minus 35?
145.
Yeah, 145. Can you see? So we know that x equals 145. Can you see that this x ended up equaling those two added together? And that's what the theorem says. So if you want to just be quick and you find out what the exterior angle is, it'll be the adding of the other two. So let's look at that. If we know that over here we've got a straight line, that's 70 in there. What's the angle in this one? What's this one going to be? Good, 110, yeah? Because a straight line adds up to 180. So we know that's 110. So here's the triangle. So I've got 180 minus, I've got 110 plus 30, which would be 180 minus 140. So 40 degrees. So x equals 40 up here. Alright, so you just got to play around. You might see it a bit differently, but you still get the right answer. That's okay. Sometimes you might work out the other bit first, and that's okay.